Hello, everyone. This is Kayla Adams, and this will be my biopsychosocial assessment for my client. His name is Sean, and Sean is coming in to see me because he is really feeling some feelings of depression and loneliness, and dealing with a lot of changes that he's gone through, and really not feeling like himself, feeling feelings of hopelessness, and fear and all that. So he came in to see me to see what he can do about those feelings. So within this interview, I would like to focus on really getting his story, so I kind of have a good idea of what he's been dealing with, as well as showing empathy so that he feels his fears and his complaints are valid, while also providing some options around what resources does he have. So I want to come with a very strengths-based approach so that he can see what resources he has available to him so that he can help himself as well. And as well as options around actionable things and resources that I can either connect him with or can give him information around. So we'll go right into it. Hi, Sean.
Hi, how are you today?
It's nice to finally meet you. I know we've spoken on the phone, but I'm glad you finally decided to come in and see me. Really excited to have a conversation with you today. Before we get started, I just want to open with letting you know everything that's said in this space with me will be confidential and it stays here with me. I won't tell anybody. The only times that I will have to break that confidentiality is if I feel that you are a harm to yourself or that you may be a harm to others.
Understand.
So if that does happen, I will have to report that either to the authorities or someone that I know can help. Okay?
Okay.
As well as I want to know if it's okay if I take some notes. These notes will just be used for me to really break down later on our sessions so I can develop better plans and know how to better help you. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Just like our conversation, these notes will be confidential and kept locked away. Okay?
Good. That's good.
Great. So, let's start with why you decided you needed to come in and see me.
Okay. So I just moved out here in the city. I lived in kind of a smaller town back home, and I have been living out here for about 6 months, and I'm kind of still a young guy. I'm kind of just barely starting. I'm a musician, so I'm just barely starting in my career. I'm kind of doing the thing where I'm living alone. I live in a one-bedroom apartment by myself, and I don't know if it's just homesick or if it's that I'm like pressure of, trying to do stuff with my music or finding a better job or just life. But I'm feeling a little bit of depression, and I'm just feeling, I think that it leads to other things. I think I'm feeling a little more anxiety, and it's causing me to lose sleep. I mean, it's causing me to, it's starting to cause me to not play very well. I can't, I'm starting, not very well. I'm starting to be in my head more. And so I can't play the notes as well as I usually do. And I'm scared that if this keeps happening, that it will affect me in my life so bad that I'll end up crushing my dream, or, so that's basically why I'm here. I feel like I'm at an impasse. I'm at a place where I can't get above. And so I just, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, so I'm really hearing that, you've moved to this new town. You moved away from everything you've known. Is that right?
Yeah.
And you're trying your hand at being a musician in a new place. Mm-hmm. And you're finding it to be more difficult than you thought it would be?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've talked to a lot of professionals about, what it's like to live and get started and whatnot. And I know that I'm still pretty green when it comes to, being out in the real world and being on this. But they told me it would be like this. A lot of it is a lot of, loneliness, and you have to put it towards your work. And sometimes it can help make your work better. It's just, maybe I'm just not doing it with it as good as they are. Maybe they come from different backgrounds. I don't know. But I'm feeling like it's really affecting me. That's all.
Well, first of all, I want to say, it was a huge step for you to even leave home, right? To pursue a dream. And so I want you to be able to see and acknowledge how amazing that is, that you stepped out of your comfort zone and here you are trying to live your dream.
Yeah, my family and my friends, they say that too, how proud they are of me, and I really miss them a lot, just like being alone. I try to call them as much as I can, and and seeing them, Facebook and whatnot and social media and like how much fun they're having. I miss it a lot, and sometimes I wonder if it's all really worth it, to come out and struggle. So, I mean.
So I'm hearing that being away from your friends and your support system has made this transition even harder on you.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. I didn't have that many friends, but I had like some really, really close friends, and they missed me a lot too. And, and I wasn't super close to my mother and my father. But I still miss them a lot, and it's just, I guess, I think it's just life. Life is hard sometimes, I feel. And so that's it. Yeah. I did have some good friends.
Is there anything else that's adding to your feelings of depression and hopelessness other than your friends and this new change of scenery?
I think just regular stresses of being a musician, in a very competitive world. I just trying to find out, how much time to devote and how am I going to make the rent, and am I going to get enough hours working or get enough hours of my in my practicing. So I don't know. It's tough.
Okay.
It's really hard.
Well, I'm glad that you came in to see me so we can kind of talk through, where you are, and then where you want to be, and, the kind of things that you have already that can get you there, and, any other things that you need to do to get there. So I'm curious, can you tell me, what is going well in this move? Can you?
That's coming kind of hard lately. It's been kind of a tough thing lately. I work at a restaurant. That's my job, and so there's this girl who works in there, and she comes in with her friends, a lot of times on the weekends, stuff like that, and a lot of times she smiles at me, and we talk a little bit, and for some reason, that little connection is it's given me a lot of life lately. I've been feeling really, really good. I don't know if I want to pursue anything with it or whatnot. I just know that it feels nice to have somebody who seems genuinely wanting to talk and whatnot, because in this city, people aren't, very, very friendly. And I think that I'm a friendly guy, and I feel like the city is making me less friendly, not like less myself, and that's why I'm saying I think it affects my music, because when I'm myself, I sound so well and I play so well, and I can write fluidly and I can think fluidly, and now it just feels like a zoo in there. It's weird.
So would you say that having somebody, period, this girl that you're talking to is helping you kind of feel connected? Would having other social connections, do you feel, would move you back in the right direction to feeling yourself?
I think so. It's weird. I kind of I almost feel like it'd be like replacing my friends, because I know I have to be out here, for a long time and do it. But maybe it's just another step. It seems like people nowadays are just hard to connect with in general. I mean, and now we had this, like just me trying to, the anxiety, it's making it harder. I think that if I did have those connections, it would be better. It would make things easier. I think I could sleep better. I could have less stress in my daily goings on. And
so do you feel like that's the issue you want to tackle within all of this? If you think about the scope of how you're feeling, do you think the linchpin of all of that, and the first thing you want to tackle is finding a social circle that you can kind of fall in with?
Yeah, I think that it comes down to the actual being able to talk to somebody physically, and being able to, interact, and not necessarily touch, but, to be physical contact, like be with people and stuff. And so I think that would help out a lot. Maybe just somebody I could see. It'd be nice if it was like a neighbor, but I mean, again, like I said, like my neighbor's not very friendly. So I mean, maybe I just have to put forth the work, a little more effort, and, devote some time to it. You know what I mean? And maybe I haven't really thought about it until recently, but.
So that sounds like a good first step, is looking and seeing where can my social circles be located. Is there are there a lot of people at your job that maybe you could tap into?
And I've thought about that. There's been some people who have had some decent conversations with and whatnot. I'm nothing really big that's been connecting, except for this girl, of course. But maybe that's the one thing I should try to pursue. I'm afraid that if I try to do it, maybe I'll screw it up.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just the anxiety talking. But maybe I'll screw it up, and then maybe it'll ruin the one good thing I've got right now. So I don't know. It's a tough thing. What do you think?
I would like you to really think about where you feel most comfortable so far that you've been here, and what social circle is located around there, and how can you tap into that social circle. I think that may be helpful. What do you think?
I think so. I think maybe it'd be nice to try to. I haven't really tried to make conversation with a lot of people in my music and my career and whatnot, and so maybe there I might find some people that can also maybe we can. What's the word where we can both connect on it? We can empathize, sympathize.
Yeah.
Or we can about our. Maybe some people are feeling like I am out there. Maybe
Who knows, right? You're not alone.
Maybe there's some young people out there who are feeling like I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good optimistic way to look at it.
I definitely don't think you're alone in a big city where a lot of people move to pursue their dreams. So I'm sure there's a lot of disconnected people and looking for that connection. So, for this, session, I know we're about to wrap up here. So maybe the takeaway for you in terms of, a plan is to go to work and see who you can connect with and what possibilities, as well as in your music, musicians that you can connect with. Does that sound like a good idea?
I think so. I'm afraid that like about approaching it, like what, well, how do you think I should approach just talk, maybe and it's weird. I don't usually question myself like this, but I'm feeling like maybe it's just, the anxiety and the depression is making me feel less than usually. So maybe, I don't know. What do you think I should do? Should I practice?
Maybe definitely practice, what you want to say, and and maybe you start with that one person that you mentioned, the girl that you mentioned, and how she makes you feel. And maybe that's your first comfortable connection that you try to make. Don't try to overwhelm yourself with all these little connections. Maybe just starting in that one place. How does that sound?
I think that sounds good. I like to, maybe it's a challenge for this week, and when we meet again, I'll let you know how things go, and hopefully things go good. Maybe it will. So.
Well, definitely try that, and then we'll definitely see you next week and see how that went, and go from there. Does that work, Sean?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, Sean. I'm excited to work with you.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.